Welcome back to the 9th episode of a nostalgia playthrough of Close Combat 3, The Russian Front. And, well, this map is a bit of a tricky one. The Russians are likely to have a tremendous amount of heavy tanks, and just tanks in general on this one. And they are attacking, and when the AI attacks, things can go a bit slowly. So brace yourself for a longer than usual episode, as I cannot really do any counterattack things in this one. Also, it turns out we do not have access to any more 8.8 centimeter guns, which is unfortunate, but what are you gonna do? I guess we just refit our damaged tanks there. There's a little bit of damage on Panzer IV, and I apologize for not having uploaded in a very long time. December has been a bit busy for me. That being said, we do have 38 more acquisition points available. And what can we use them on? There's 2 second line infantries. One with a little bit of training, the other without. Shock troops, unfortunately not with flamethrowers. 7 in the squad. And yeah, no, there will be no flamethrowers there. I'm kinda wouldn't mind having a flamethrower for this one. The flamethrower team here would be too expensive. How do we utilize these 38 points? Shock troops. 7 in the squad. 2, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so also no. Yeah, also no flamethrower there. If we get this, we'll have 16 points left afterwards. On this map, scouts could be a good idea, actually. For a counterattack later on. I'm just trying to think what would be the best move here. Can't script. We could get maybe a sniper, I guess. Okay, so I would like to have a machine gun team that preferably has an MG42. These are MG34 teams, but we did have an elite SS machine gun team with the MG42, and I believe we'll take that. And then if we look into, we can have another rifle infantry actually. Yeah, let's go for the rifle infantry. They have a scope mouser, they have a anti-tank rifle, which isn't the best in the whole wide world to actually take on tanks with, but I mean it can be used for it. So yeah, let's just go in with this and see what happens, I suppose. First 88 can just sit there. There is a gun emplacement. It'll be able to cover anything coming through here somewhat. It'll be able to cover a little bit over here. Kinda. A little bit over here. I mean, yeah, we're gonna have to be on the defensive on this one. We do not really have an option on that, as the enemy is likely to have a lot of tanks. So if we feel at any point that, hey, we can maybe move in now, then probably we can't actually do that. We really shouldn't actually be doing that. If we put the MG infantry right there, and I would like to have maybe the Panzer III on defend here, should any infantry break through or pass through that the 88 cannot engage properly. But I want it to be hidden so that if any enemy tanks actually get through here, that we don't really have to take them on with the Panzer III, because it isn't the best to take on what the enemy has. Put the Stug trees on defend mode down here. Maybe on a hillside or something. Let's see what I can shoot from here. They can reach fairly decently from here, and hopefully can't be reached too hard from, well, by our enemies. But yeah, I'll put the Panzer Force on defend mode here. They can cover towards here, which actually might be not so good. So maybe we put them behind her instead and kind of have them ready to go down this way, should we want to at some point. I really don't want to expose them too much. It's basically what I'm getting at, because the enemy, well, they will have some heavy tanks. And so, now, brace yourself for a whole lot of nothing going on with short bursts of, oh, there's an enemy tank, let's deal with that. Which is pretty much how I'm anticipating this to go down. It's typical they will try to take Strongpoint Helga and maybe push through here with some tanks, in my experience. The southern part, usually not too much goes on there, but there of course could be stuff going on there. What I'm thinking is that later we can kind of do a flanking maneuver here with all our armor and go around the south side here. Supported by artillery, kind of checking out the middle area and trying to locate enemy tanks or anything that we might need to engage. And if we can kind of cut around here, get up behind and take these strong points here, or victory locations, I should say. And yeah, maybe come behind some enemy tanks that might be stuck down in this gully, or it just kind of depends, really. The thing is, I know from experience that you do not want to start attacking here. You can, but the enemy is likely to have KV-1s, T-34s, they might have Lend-Lease Matildas and Churchills and Valentines. All of these tanks that I mentioned so far are tough to deal with for your tanks, because we just don't have the guns for it. And if we look, this Stug has high explosives loaded, same for this. If they had heat loaded, like high explosive anti-tank rounds, that would be better. Now they're first going to fire the high explosive and then reload to an ammunition type that will actually be able to go through the enemy tanks. Maybe. So, first enemy tank popped up. I think we will put the defender over here like that. It's moving slow. Very slow in the gully. Well, we'll just wait for it to get closer, I guess, and then blow it the hell up. Oh, look at that. There's another enemy tank. So, yeah, I mean, hopefully our 88 will be able to deal with these, because our tanks will struggle. Now it moves fast, and that's unfortunate. It might push past where we can engage it. Come on, come on, come on. Nice. Very nice, very nice. Okay, so one T-34 dealt with. Now, let's prepare for the other one. Then maybe we move over there and retake that strong point so that the enemy feels inclined to go and attack it again with maybe more tanks that we can take out. Gonna do that just with infantry. And hopefully not get screwed for doing it. Come on, give it hell. It's immobilized, fantastic. Well, it could be better, it could be dead. Oh, we don't actually have shots on it anymore. And there's another enemy tank. Oh, we might need to sneak up on that with some infantry and just kind of take it on like that. There's one injured and one guy injured on that T-34, and the commander is suppressed. T-70 we should honestly be able to engage with the Stugs, can we? I think we mobilized it there with the Stug. They want a truce already, which is a good sign, but we're not going to give them that. Wow, that T-70 actually just takes it from the 88 even. Yeah, so if we pushed in earlier, we might have run into these. Well, needless to say, that wouldn't necessarily have been optimal. I gotta praise the AI a little bit here on actually making a move. It tends to be when the AI is assaulting, or when they are the ones on the attacking side, things can move a bit slowly. Fortunately, that doesn't seem to be the case right now. This T-34, we might just leave it there and not even engage it, to be honest. Maybe we can capture it at a later point or something. But yeah, if these KV-1s continue pushing through here, that would be very nice. So please, don't stop. Yeah, well. There's like clear line of sight there, so I'm not sure why they're not seeing it. I mean, look, you see? We can actually get our guns on this tank, but we can't get our guns on this, or gun on this tank for whatever reason. I guess I'll switch this guy back on the fend, and just see. They haven't taken Strongpoint Marta yet. And sometimes I feel tempted on this map to think like, oh, well, that's probably all they have, right? We've seen 2 KV-1s, 2 T-34s, a T-70. How could they possibly afford more than that? Well, they probably can. So let's not move in just yet. Let's not do anything. Let's wait for those KV-1s. Not gonna give them a truce. We want to win the map. Here we go, here we go. Come on, Russia, you're the one attacking. I mean, the Germans started it all, but it's your turn, Russia. Come at us. And this is why I would like to have flamethrower guys, because I could kind of sneak them in here, throw some smoke grenades, etc., and just get close on the tanks and mess them up. Kinda don't have that option right now. Maybe if you had some shaped hull charges or whatever they're called, that could have done the trick. But I mean, there are 3 tanks in the area, so I don't know. Patience is the key on this map, at least early on. We can't really deal with these tanks with our tanks, so we need to rely on our 88, unfortunately. It would be nice if we had our second 88 still and could place that down here or something. Do you see, like, we can actually target that T-34, right? That's... No, don't turn around, I just want to. But yeah, the thing is we can. Do you see, like, it's... The aim point of the gun is being stopped by the tank, but we just can't actually target it, so... Right, if I start now trying to do something fancy like moving in these guys, and move down here and go around, and these guys are gonna die, so... I'd rather not do that. Yeah, I understand that they do want a truce. They do have 2 KV-1s that we still know about, and I'm sure they want the truce because this guy is mobilized over here. And they would like to not lose that tank. Which they wouldn't if it was a truce, I believe, since they have that strong point and the surrounding area in their control. Right, okay, you know what, we're gonna make a move here, and I'm really, really hoping that it will not bite me in the ass. It could, we'll see. Okay, this thing actually has, he wasted his heat ammunition on a T-70. Oh, the KV-1 has shots. Okay, well you got heavy anti-tank or high explosive anti-tank, go for it. Maybe hit what you're shooting. Okay, it's immobilized now, that is not necessarily a good thing. Let's get both our Stugs on that. As far as we know, nothing has been damaged inside the tank. We are getting some high explosive anti-tank rounds on target, but it being immobilized there is actually a negative thing. Unless we manage to force the enemy to retreat or something. Okay, they bounced off the Stug 3. The Stug 3 is out of ammo. And let's just smoke ourselves off here. Most out of ammo is going to actually bite on that tank. Right, smoking off and then just... I'll move smoke closer to the smoke for now, I think. Wait, what is going on? Who's shooting what now? Right. So, oh wow, yeah, so much for that smoke, I guess. Can we... Oh, so this one's out of ammo as well. Well, this is how I should have smoked off. That kind of sucks a bit, but what am I gonna do? I should pretty much not... Saving ammo. They're gonna save smoke grenades. Cool. Okay, so we smoke that guy in the front there, and then... Move the Stug in a bit, I guess. Oh lord, well... I should not be moving in with the Stug 3 on its own, but need to get it away from the KV1s at the very least. If this runs into any tanks now, it's GG for that tank. It's gonna be wrecked. So yeah, there is that. How far can these guys throw a smoke grenade? Right, okay, so we can maybe throw some smoke grenades over here. Maybe. There's no smoke grenades in the 88. Let's get some more smokes rolling out there. And I think what we're gonna do, the KV1 might have moved away somewhere, but we're gonna move our other tanks down here. And could you please throw some more smoke grenades, boys? We might actually need that. Right, okay, but a KV1 should hopefully not be able to see these guys. It looks like it might be able to, in fact. It isn't turning the turret or anything. Can we get some more smoke grenades in? Thank you. Oh, I think it has spotted our tanks. There might be some injuries in that KV1 as it does not appear to be reacting very quickly. Maybe we can sneak past. It's overshooting its gun, so possibly it doesn't see us. Really hope that smoke in front there does not fade before my guys are safe. The thing is, if we can get a tank coming out behind that KV1 and engaging where its armor isn't very strong, that could actually work out for us. T-34 might be a problem, because I might need to take Strongpoint Helga somehow, if I can. Right, okay, so we're going to Stug out, and I don't think that KV1 should be able to see us over here, but there's a chance the other KV1 has moved into the gully, and it's now something we have to deal with somewhere else than where we last saw it. Let's just get our guys down to Strongpoint Inga. And I think we move the Stug, like over here, to aim up here. Who knows, if we're lucky, it will at least... Oh, there's some enemy infantry. This could make the enemy tanks reroute from the Stug 3 at the very least, now being 100% spotted. But I'm hoping we can make some sort of a move to force the enemies off the map. It is unfortunate we lost the Stug 3, but the way I played that wasn't optimal, and I guess I should expect it when I make plays like that. The vehicle crew in fact decided to flee, so I hope we still have it. Oh, we got that. Looks like an anti-tank rifle team right there. Either that or command team. There was an anti-tank infantry. Okay, well, let's see. What can we do to the remaining guys running away here? Ah, who cares? What we're gonna do is put the Stug over like that. We're gonna move these guys just across the gully. Okay, we took out... We did not take out a team. Felt like they said Ziel neutralisiert, or however you say that in German, which means team neutralize. Oh no, it has been somewhat neutralized. What did they neutralize? Did they take out a command or something? I'm not even sure. I think there was like one guy left of these. Yeah, there was something red in the forest here on the minimap. My only worry right now is the other KV1. It might be at Strongpoint Marta right now, which, if it is, could be a good thing if it keeps going west, so that our 88 will actually have reach on it. And if he's coming down here, that's not so good for a Stug. But we are blitzing in, and we are going to go around them, as I previously mentioned, and come up and take these strong points, or victory locations. Try to flank around them with our quite inferior armored force. At least we have high morale and experience, something which at this point in the war the Russians do not. Alright. This guy can just wait for the other guys to catch up. Yeah, so I kind of want to sneak my infantry in, but there's 2 tanks kind of overlapping immobilized here, which could make things a bit tricky. Do want a truce, and I still don't want to give him one. Alright, maybe move so your commander can pass or something there. What just happened? Ammo rack detonation or something? So I'm just burning ammunition? I assume. Well, either way, we're just gonna roll these guys in. See what we can pick up or take out in the back. Maybe we run into the enemy mortar team and can start inflicting some serious casualties to them in the rear. Also from here, this guy can't really smoke off too much. But maybe if it needs be, we can move this guy down into the gully or across the gully or something to get an angle on a smoke grenade to cover these guys approaching one of the enemy tanks. Which is kind of going to be necessary. As these are fairly weak things. Okay, we got action, we got action. Oh, that's the action though. Oh my god, they lost patience and moved in. That's the action, that's the action. Motherfucking stupid pieces of shit. Right, we took out the KV-1. Okay, they moved in, they spotted that shit. It's so stupid. If you don't have, like, oh my god. This game mechanic, really, why the fuck did they put this in the game? It is so dumb. If they got bored for like, oh, we haven't done anything in 17 minutes, oh no, poor us, let's go die, this is too boring, we can't stand it anymore. I don't want to live anymore, it's so boring. Oh, look, where's the logic in that? What's the logic in that? So we lost our light infantry. I mean, we spotted and took out the KV-1A. That's good, I guess. But there was no point. We were coming to it from the other side anyway. And now we just lost an infantry squad because they got impatient. Can you imagine the kind of reprimands they would be getting if this actually happened in a real war scenario? Wait, is something shooting my tank, sir? No, I think my tank's fired. Okay, we took out whatever the Stug was shooting at. That's the commander. Still one dude left inside her, I think, from that other infantry squad. Hey, there's the mortar team. So let's just wipe them out. Oh, look at that, look at that! How beautiful! The MG team has also lost patience and wants to die. Well, isn't that bloody fantastic? Okay, we got some surrendering heavy tank crew, it seems. Okay, well, we just do what we do. I think we move this guy across the gully and try to take strong point Martha with it. If we move him in just right, then the KV-1 shouldn't have shots on him, no matter what he does, so. And if I'm honest, I think we push our tanks through the forest here and hope that the rest of our surviving infantry does not actually decide to go get themselves killed like a bunch of idiots. Which is what both my infantry squads have done so far. Honestly, I mean, it's... You need to activate, like, never act on initiative or something. Well, let's see, can I do that here? No. Just wanted to show you that. Wasn't actually going to do it, because I want to have 100% realism. But is it really 100% realistic that, you know, for instance, D-Day landing in Normandy. You're a German machine gunner, and it's just taking too long for the Allied landing craft to reach the beach. Fuck it. Pull out your pistol and go and engage them down there on the beach. Like, how realistic is that? Not very realistic, I would say. If I was a German defending in that situation, I would not do it. If I was a German, just holding here, waiting for my tanks to flank around and help me out to finish this, you know, clearing out the enemy, I would give him 5 minutes. Jesus Christ. It's, honestly, that game mechanic has no place in the game if you ask me. Just, come on. That's unrealistic as hell. Just stupid. I don't know what they were thinking with that. Like, they pride themselves on like, oh, soldier psychology and blah blah blah. But what part of human psychology is that? That's like if you're suicidal. Right? If you're suicidal, that's probably what you would do. But if you want to live, that's not what you would do. Alright, either way, I don't want to go too far with these guys just yet. I kind of want to pop out with all my tanks and one of the enemy tanks at the same time. They surrendered. Okay, so that's a medium machine gun team dealt with. Now we're just going to hold strong point Marta, I think. Can we? So, we don't really have the angle for that. Maybe if we move over here, we can get a better angle. I kind of want to smoke off that KV-1 so it doesn't see our approach. Shit, it sees our approaching tanks. Well, this is when everything goes to hell. Maybe. We just need to get all our tanks on that KV-1 and hopefully be able to take it. They surrendered! Fantastic. Okay. Ah! Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah. This music is really fucking loud, so I'm just gonna let it pass and then I'll say a couple of things. Right. So, we completed the operation on day 1, stopped the entire Russian advance. We lost 1 tank, and I think 1 crew member in the Stug died. So, basically 6 of our casualties, in fact all of them, we didn't need to take any casualties on this one. Unfortunately, the AI decided it's had enough of me not taking any casualties most battles and decided, well, I am in control of the artificial intelligence of your units, so I'm just gonna send them right at me and mow them down with my KV-1 machine guns. So, thank fuck for that. Yeah. Either way, we took 10 prisoners, we captured 2 tanks, we destroyed 3 tanks, we killed 11, wounded 10, and 5 of our guys were killed and 2 wounded on top of the destroyed tank. So, you know, just... Why infantry units? Look at this. 4 guys killed in action. 2 guys seriously wounded and will never return to action. And we got 1 guy left alive. Hooray. And the Stug crew, the leader, got killed in action. Well, the rest of the crew is okay though. But you know, this is just now I have to waste requisition points. And I'm playing on the hardest difficulty where you don't really get that many requisition points to begin with. So every soldier's life is worth something. It should have really been that we lost this guy due to my mistake this battle. That's my bad that we lost this guy in the tank. I should have played it differently. I should have smoked off in front of the enemy tank immediately. I should not have tried to take it on. But, this is the AI taking control of my units and sending them to die. Which is bullshit. So yeah, there you have it. That's my 2 cents on that. So, either way, I mean, I hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, as per usual, I would appreciate if you would like the video and maybe even subscribe to my channel if you want to see some more of my content in the future. And with that being said, you can catch me in the next episode, where we will lick our wounds after the light infantry's stupidity. Thank you very much. Have a good one.